one who helped Lewis and Clark cross the Pacific Ocean, find the Pacific Ocean. I helped trade with Indians. Did you guess Sacajawea? If you did, you're right. I was born in what is now the state of Idaho. When I was a child, my name was not Sacajawea. It was Huey-Chu, meaning little bird. Sacajawea means bird woman. My tribe was a Shoshone people, meaning snake people. My father was an important leader. He was chief of our tribe. In springtime, when I was a little girl, my tribe and I would travel west to the prairie camas to look for food like the roots of the ripe blue clan Vasili. Then in North Dakota, my tribe got attacked by the Minotaurs. I tried to escape by crossing a river, but I never made it. Unfortunately, the enemy saw my body moved me across the river and not down and found me. Then they sold me to the Mandan Indians where my future husband saw me, bought me, and then he married me. I was a mother at age 16. My baby's name was Pomp, meaning firstborn. Then these two strange men needed me and my husband's help to trade, communicate, and gain respect from other Indian tribes. Their names were Lewis and Clark. I was the one to give the 4 buffalo robes for the expedition. No one knew how important the expedition would be. No one knew how important a girl would be on the expedition. Lewis did not want to take a woman on the expedition, but he had to anyway because he needed me and my husband's help. The route to find the Missouri River, or the Pacific Ocean, was along the Missouri River and west of the mountains. I caught or picked most of the food we ate. I taught Lewis and Clark the ways of the Indians. I never complained, even when our boat tipped over and everything fell into the river. One day, a bad storm hit and it was raining hard. Our boat tipped over and everything, like books filled with important information and recordings, fell into the river. I jumped in the river and saved all of it, while Lewis and Clark were flipping the boat flipped right side up. And we got into the boat to see if anything was damaged, and nothing was damaged. When my husband lost his temper, he would whip me on my back. Clark was the one who stopped him. In that same year of 1805, I got very sick. Lewis was the one to take care of me and himself while taking notes on wildlife. When I got well, we started on the trail. We were trying to find my Indian tribe so we could buy horses from them. When we came across some Indians on the trail, they were the Tabtabone Indians, but when we tried to talk to them, they were scared of us and they ran away. So we kept on going. Then we came upon 3 girls walking on the trail. They were scared of us at first, but they warmed up to me. I told them that I liked them and they were nice people, and they liked us a little bit more. We asked them what tribe they were in, and they were in the same tribe I was in. They were in the Shoshone tribe. On August 15th, 1805, I was reunited with my family. I learned that all my family had died except for 2 of my brothers and my oldest sister's son. But I did find one of my friends from when I was a kid, and one of my brothers was chief of our tribe. His name was King Old. His people were starving, so we could not rely on his help for food. So Lewis and Clark caught some deer and shared it with them. He sold us 5 horses to help carry our stuff, and he promised that he would help transport all of our stuff over the mountain, and he also sketched a map for us for when we went on without him. But then King Lloyd was starting to back out of his promise. His people were still starving, and a buffalo herd was nearby. We had to trick him and say I was an interpreter and trick him into keeping his promise. This was really hard for me because if it hadn't been for him, we would have never gotten this far in the expedition. On our trail, we saw European-style Indians. We were so thrilled. We knew they must have traded with white men. We knew they must have got their stuff off the Pacific coast. When we met them, they said they were part of the Nez Perce. They said there was about a 35 whale washed up on shore. But when we got there, there was only a skeleton. But we were able to buy 35 pounds of blubber. When we met the Nez Perce, we knew our expedition was almost over. They helped build canoes and take care of our horses while we set off. On October 16th, we reached the Columbia River. On November 7th, Clark wrote, "Ocean view, oh the joy! The discovery of the Pacific Ocean meant more to me than I had ever seen before. I loved to listen to the waves as they hit the shore. I was amazed at the water stretched out as far as the eye could see. We built a log house on the beautiful Oregon coast and named it Classroom. March 23rd, 1806, the return of the journey had begun. In the middle of August, we reached the Mandan villages where I lived there for 7 years. Clark offered to take my baby Pom because he could provide a better education for him. I decided it would be best for him. But in December, I did have a daughter named Lizette. After the expedition, there was no history for me and my husband because we both did not know how to write or read, so we could not write down what we had done. Many people think I died in 1812, and some people think I died in 1884, but no one really knows. I hope that people will remember me for helping Lewis and Clark cross the Pacific Ocean and trading with Indians. I hope that people will enjoy the ocean like I did.